Well, I only have two things to do and I still screw it up right off the bat. Well, hello. How you all doing tonight? You doing fantastic? Are you doing yourself? Hope so. Someone should. You're beautiful enough. It is I, Low Energy Videos, doing something I haven't done in a very long time. Just stream. A little bit of music. I shall post the playlist here. Anyone is curious. And probably for the next, well, maybe 2 hours, it will just be us talking. 2 hours, Lev, of just this beautiful face? I can only come so many times. I know, so if you have to bow out, that's okay. Nah, I was watching Chesh do her thing, and she pointed out that, you know, why don't you just do a stream? Like, I didn't know what to stream. And she's like, just go and stream. Go and stream. Go and stream and talk to chat. So yeah, here we are. We might watch videos, but I doubt it. No gaming. I can't be a one-trick Cojones. Horse. So, standard fare, like, share, subscribe, link in the description, blah, blah, blah. Do join the Discord. That's where the Discord lives. More ways than one. Really should have had a shade before doing this. Well, I personally believe that I'm at a bit of an impasse with this channel. Post Bearded Ramblings seems to be all UFF, the occasional short, and what? 2-3 travel videos? Ooh, fantastic. Feedback, of course, is welcome. There we are. Alright, I had 3 things to do. I tried. I'm an idiot. Let's try this. There we are. There we are. Bit of an echo. Is it? There is. There we go. Thanks for the feedback. For some reason there was 2 audio. Oh, I know what that is. It was picking up the audio on my camera as well. There we are. Yeah, it's been a while since I just did camera. I'm normally doing the jack of all trade, so I appreciate the feedback. Back to the music. So yeah, I was watching Chesh and she just started like, go and stream. And I'm like, yeah. Been a hot minute. So I hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're doing well. I am currently not much going on in my life. I was starving myself to death without realizing it for the past 2 weeks. That wasn't fun. And I just got 3 weeks to go before the trip to Bristol. So I'm not exactly going anywhere anytime soon. But I am
Starting to get a little self-aware of the money this is all gonna cost. So I'm starting to save up pretty heavily. Meaning I'm housebound. Meaning I should stream more. Now I should get back into the workout streams. I know that. But I can't really until I've at least done an hour on my own, just to get the muscles reworked up. Has to be a minimum of an hour. After that, you know, it's all good. Cool. So, yeah. Beyond that, there is a place I've been meaning to show you guys. It won't cost me a penny. Kind of hard to see. Better if I do it this way. The lighting in this room is beyond horrible. Carrick on Shannon Art Gallery by artist Baksham. It almost looks like she's going to say barista. Carrick on Shannon blah blah blah. It would be kind of a cool for a one-off video to show off our local art gallery that isn't the gallery. Because the Dock Gallery is an actual, like, big museum art gallery piece. I haven't been there in years. Pass by it all the time. It's free to go in, too. There's no excuse. I need... but I might go in there with a camera and just film around for a bit. Beyond that, UFF. Right. So, we got Chesh. We got Magicus. We got Feel Good. After I come back from the UK, we're gonna also have after the UK, we're gonna come back and we're gonna have Red Eye, who will be joining me for Deathwing. So we got that going for us. But on top of that, I need to also do Psychonauts 2 with Krendar. And I guess at some point we'll be finished with Magicus and then we'll move over to Magicus playing Final Fantasy 6. So UFF is still Sword. There's not going to be any major changes there. And I'd have started with Red Eye, but quite honestly, I needed the money for other things. But I still am open for one more person to join us. So if you want to go and join us for that, by all means, reach out and be like, yeah, Lev, I like this game. I'll be on stream with you while you play it. I'm drinking a quart of cherry juice. Cherry. I like cranberry myself. Cherry isn't too bad. I always see cherry as a drink that you get that has to be carbonated, and I don't know why. You know, I was thinking of moving this over here, but it's too bright over there. I'll leave it as is. I've got a whole thing of coffee here. I'm gonna be here for the next 2 hours. Oh, the watch parties. I still want to do those. It's just, I don't know when you guys are free for it. No point me doing this on my own. I want to go and we have to do Dungeon Meshi Always Sunny, and the second season of Dungeon Meshi. The second season of Smiling Friends and the second season of Always Sunny. That's what we're doing. So I need to actually buckle down and just find a time that works for you guys, because there's no point me doing this on my own. It's an open invitation. Anyone can come in. I know Billy Boy would be on board, but I don't know when his work is free. Also, while we don't have the donation goal up, anyone donates, greatly appreciate it, especially with the trip looming. Basically paying for food at this point now. Speaking of the trip, if anyone's in or around Bristol, in Paddy's Day week, basically, I will be there from the Monday to, I think, the Thursday. So be sure to join us, because it'll be me and Insolence will be swinging around. But I do need to start thinking about what I'm bringing over. I brought way too much clothes over, and I bought too much over there as it is, so it was a nightmare to pack up. What you guys didn't see was me in my hotel room in Scotland just shoving everything I could into my bag, and it just wouldn't make the space needed. So I'll bring 2 or 3 bits of clothing, and that should be about it, because I can buy the rest over there. Now, I asked Insolence about the actual trip, on what is she going to be okay with being on camera, and she said she's got no problem being on camera, but she doesn't want to be on camera, but she has no problem holding it and talking to chat and all that. So I was thinking at some point we do an IRL stream out of a Weatherspoons or a hotel, a bar, a Google bar somewhere, and we'll just talk to you guys. So that should be a good laugh. That'll be obviously probably on Paddy's Day, because I plan to. So the actual plan is this: my flight's at 2:30. I get in the afternoon. I get up to Dublin around about noon, and get into Dublin Airport close to around about 1:15. I'll have enough time for a pint. An overpriced pint in Dublin Airport, and then I get on the plane and off I go. The flight itself is only about 40-50 minutes, and then it's about the same again to. Oh, I got a big schnoz. About the same again to the city centre. I then walk over to a place called Old Market, and that's where my apartment is that I rented out. And if the weather's good, I should be able to walk it. Pick up a few things up in a Tesco's or something like that, like mouthwash and such. Bring me a toothbrush, but nothing else. Probably leave it there too. It's time for an upgrade. I got spares. But then I will have the rest of the evening to myself. And I know Insolent's going to show up about 8. So I'll have about maybe 4 hours. 3 or 4 hours to myself, and then we get smashed. We just get absolutely drunk. Next day is St. Patrick's Day. And that's when we get super duper drunk. And probably when you get your stream. Day after, no idea. I do get paid that day though, so I'll have more money in my pocket. I'll probably do slightly less alcoholic things that day, and then the last day I go home. Notice I said slightly less. I'll still probably have a few drinks down me. And then I'll head home, and that will be it. The next time I will go on a big trip will be in January. So best make it count. But I will be making a video, a very short video most likely, if I'm going to live stream a good chunk of it. And if I'm going to be spending a lot of it drunk. But that doesn't stop me from making tons and tons of B footage. I always record so goddamn much. Like the Scottish video did not need to be an hour long. But you guys didn't get to see the 3-hour long raw footage that I originally had. You also never got to see my last trip up to Belfast. Change your diet so you have energy. Yeah, you gotta do that to see if it'll work, if nothing else. Because the moment I went to about 3 weeks of dieting, and then boom, everything. Like, I was waking up at a reasonable hour and I didn't feel so exhausted. I had the energy to get up and move a lot. And of course, the more movement you do, the more exercise you do, the more energy you have to basically do more exercise. And it's kind of like this self-fulfilling prophecy of just revving yourself up. But yeah, I saw you were going to think about maybe going vegetarian. Which if you do that, good. Just make sure that you eat just replace everything that you can with some sort of plant-based substitute. And don't go full vegan, because if you do that, you're going to lose out on a lot of, like, really easily found stuff. Protein is the most obvious ones, but fats? Like, honestly, my diet up to this week was really low on fats. You do need a bit of fat every goddamn day in your diet. It's like you need a little bit of salt in your diet, just like you need a little bit of well, everything. A little bit of dash of A, a little bit of dash of B. I didn't actually say this on YouTube yet, but I came so fucking close to killing myself past few nights ago. Not depression. I say while holding pills. These are paracetamol. I had a headache. Not depression. But my diet was going so well. And I noticed that, like, yesterday, getting out of the bath. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. What's happened to my body? But you can see it on my face, too. Jesus Christ. But I ended up getting so goddamn woozy. And always thinking of food. Always thinking of food. And I've done this a few times in my life. And I'm like, oh, I know these signs. So I went and I put up my diet, what I'm eating, in a calorie counter. And I thought I was making about 800 to 1,000. No, I was making 500. Very naughty of me. So I went out and I got some eggs. And I've been adding eggs to my dinners. And it's been a world of difference. And on Wednesday, I'll get my hands on some burgers, some burger patties. And I'll just toss them into the rice that I have. And after I come back from the trip, I'm going to go and I'm going to get myself, like, way more variety of food each week. Not just rice, beans, chickpeas, muesli, an orange. Like, I used to eat way more fruit. Now I'm just eating an orange a day. No. Where are my bananas? I have no bananas today. Or yesterday. Or for a couple of weeks now. Need to change that. Can't say I love bananas, but I don't hate them. I can learn to love banana. Check this real quick. That's weird. Say my keyframes weren't coming in right, but I'm looking at this and it's fine. Don't know what that's all about. But yeah, I need to upgrade my diet. And the thing is, I really enjoy when I get my weights in full swing. Literally, like obviously, like, you do it for a couple of weeks and your arms feel a lot stronger. You feel stronger. My shoulders feel broader than they have in a long, long time. And I can see it on my chest too, which means goodbye moobs. Though I'm always going to be so fat. I was so fat that I'm always going to have loose skin. Unless I take it to the surgeon. Which, doable. That's a distant problem. That's a problem for like 5 to 10 years from now. But it could be something I might want to do down the line if I keep up this diet and exercise. But I mean, after a certain point, I'm gonna need surgery to get rid of the loose skin. That's a good problem to have because it means that I've done it. Now, that obviously means that the best thing I could do is to get back into the workout routines. And I think I'm going to do the workout routines on stream with you guys. My voice is getting to this again. I'll do that probably around the week I come back from Bristol, because I have nothing but time. Just tuck it back in. Just tuck it behind you with a clothespin. It does feel like that sometimes. Like, it does feel like I could just pull the skin back. If it didn't cause blood loss and infection, maybe I'd take a knife to it or something. Save myself a bunch of money. Ah, yes, do your own nip and tuck. What's the worst that could happen? Death? Oh, that's pretty bad. But yeah, I'm gonna do that because not the nip and tuck, but I'm gonna do the workout routine when I get back. Because on top of everything else, I still want to do the fashion arc with Chesh and a series of guests that we'll have on. I just need to sort out my finances first. Which will include some things that I gotta pay off, and then I gotta pay off the flight for Toronto. After that, I can put 500 aside, and then I'm guessing it's gonna be 3 episodes. The fashion arc, right? A winter one, a summer one, and then a sort of a wrapping up and then agreeing upon, and then I'll go and buy off the items in question. And that'll take 3 weeks. So, in theory, I could start it before I have the money. I just need 3 weeks. That means we could do it all in 1 month. Damn. So, and I know she's up for that. And I know Elf King's up for that. And I know Feelgood's up for that. And I know Raisin's up for that. And I'm guessing when I'm up in Toronto, I'm going to go and buy more clothes. So maybe I can get something that'll, add on to it. Especially because I'm going to be up there in January. I'm going to need some fucking proper winter wear. So unless I buy some here, yeah, I'm going to show up in something like this. Wouldn't recommend that. Though I do look pretty dapper right now. Tactical chest hair. Yeah. Sports jacket. This jacket really was the first thing I've bought in a long while that is like something just an adult man would wear. It's not like a crazy t-shirt or a wild hippie thing. It's just a jacket. It's a nice jacket. Compliments me. It has a lot of uses. And it was pretty cheap too. It was only about 40. Got it in Tesco's of all places. F&F on the back. I like the plaid one more though. The one that Schultz left. Damn, this is good music. So I should have a roadmap for the rest of the year to see if I can achieve it. Because there's a lot of things I want to do. I want to be financially stable. So tons of stuff you guys don't need to know about need to be paid off. On top of that, I gotta prep for Toronto. I shouldn't be going with a couple of hundred. I should be going with a couple of thousand. At least $2,000. Think about that. 500 a day. Am I going to spend that all? Probably not. That means I get to come back here and use the money something useful over here. Probably a bill. Then I've got to also I gotta get a third screen for here. I gotta get a third screen to make my streaming a whole lot easier. And then I've got to also I gotta deal with this wall. Oh yeah, I was gonna fill it up with art. In fact, I'm now thinking about it. It'd be a bit crazy for me not to consider putting some of the art I've got here back here. Because I took down the green screen. Not a big fan of the green screen, the way it was never perfect. Until I get my hands on some decent lighting, like a proper spotlight thing. I don't really want the green screen. But what I might do is, what I was actually planning to do was I'm going to go to all my artist friends and just commission each one of them to go and paint me something, draw me something, and then we can go up to they can go up on the wall there. But I could also just put my regular art up there too. That way, when I do stuff like this, it's not just an empty void that has a few cracks in it. Speaking of, all these squats are making my ass look amazing. Anyway, you gotta do that, This won't cost me anything, but I gotta move this fucking mic around. Jesus Christ. Like, it's either too far away, or it just tilts over and lands on my gut. Oh, one plus. My back doesn't hurt nearly as much on this chair because of the exercises and the weight loss. And frankly also because I've got my better posture going on. Not as good as I'd like. Walking down the street today, I was just there like this, and it was, you know? It was actually, I was actually walking like an adult. Or a robot in that one. Because I just saw myself and I was like, I look like three kids in a trench coat. I'm just reading. I'm gonna try to read Donald Trump's Truth Social post here. I'm not doing the voice. The Supreme Court, and then it's brackets, I'll be using lowercase letters for a while based on a complete lack of respect, of the United States, accidentally and unwittingly gave me, as President of the United States, far more power and strength than I had prior to their ridiculous, dumb, and very internationally divisive ruling. For one thing, I can use licenses to do absolutely terrible, quotation, things to foreign countries. Just outright admitting it, okay. Especially those countries that have been ripping us off for many decades. But incomprehensibly, according to their ruling, can't charge them a license fee, but all licenses charge fees. Why can't the United States do so? You do licenses to get a fee. He said that as a shout. The opinion doesn't explain that, but I know the answer. The court has also approved all other tariffs, for some reason it's in T, like a capital T, of which there are many, and they can all be used in a much more powerful and obnoxious way, with legal certainty than the tariffs as initially used. Our incompetent Supreme Court did a great job for the wrong people, and for that they should be ashamed themselves, but not the Great Three, which he does put in capital. The next thing you know, they'll be ruled in favor of China and others who are making an absolute fortune on birthright citizenship, saying the 14th Amendment was not written to take care of babies of slaves, proven by the exact timing of its construction, filing, ratification, which is perfect to coincide to the end of the Civil War. What? How much better can you do than that? The Supreme Court will find a way to come to a raw conclusion. One that again will make China and various other nations happy and rich. Let the Supreme Court make decisions so bad deterious of the future of our nation, capital T. I have a job to do, make America great again. Right. Well, most powerful man in the world. I don't know what that was. Sounded like he was having a hissy fit. I guess nothing new there. Honestly, this whole tariff thing, it's just gonna be crap. It's gonna be crap for the sake of crap. He's outright stating he's just doing it to be petty. Why? Why would you just admit that? You're not gonna even create the most transparent of lies, because anyone who's like petty, well, I'll be petty back, is kind of worse, because the agency's gone, isn't it? Think about that. Like, it's that old saying of like, don't be the second person to say I love you, you know, or you can't fire me, I quit. It doesn't really hit the same way as you think it does. Although the whole thing about love is ridiculous. If someone says I love you and you love them back, just say I love you too, for fuck's sake. What the hell's wrong with you? Vaseline! Cocoa butter. I should smear my skull with that stuff. I should get like a straight edge and shave it down and then smear it all over me, rub it into my scalp, and then shine a light on me and focus it like Archimedes' tower to like destroy ships. The weird thing is, anytime anyone makes fun of me for being bald, it doesn't hit the way that they think it does. Like, when I was in Philly last, the guy who nicked my damn USB, when I was like, sorry, mate, you're not getting mine. You lost mine. I don't know what you want from me now. You're not getting it. He just kind of stormed upstairs, but I heard him under his breath, motherfucking bald bastard. And I was just there like, yeah. I'm also fat. You know what? Why didn't you lean in on the fat part? I was a lot fatter than I was that I am now. What an odd. Ooh, my teeth are a little green. Ooh, how about that? Ooh, how about the fact that my first grays are... Actually, were they coming in back then? Yeah, they were. They were coming in back then. My first grays are coming in right here. My eyebrows. Weird. Was not expecting that. Not complaining. It's just... I was expecting just to see it around, like, here and shit. Beard. Speaking of, I don't really... I think I might get rid of the beard and just keep the mustache. This, basically. Can do it right now, but I'm good. Anyway. Let's talk about Prince Andrew. There's a segue. So, that picture of him in the back seat of the car probably made my uncle just ecstatic, because I know it made me very happy. The thing is, though, he's gonna get done for, like, trading state secrets and not all the rape. And will he even get done, you know? Will he have to pay a big fine? Will he have to be doing community service? Or will he be shoved into a prison cell? If he does, it better be the Tower. I want them to put him into the Tower for old time's sake. Old-timey sake, if you will. No one was a big fan of Andrew, except for Trump, which tells you a lot about the man. Interestingly enough, Charles wasn't really involved with the whole pedo island. I guess he just liked Camilla. I guess he was doing Diana at the time, in the 80s. Of course, I didn't read all of them. Maybe he is. He's definitely in them. A lot of people who were, like, not scumbags almost certainly are. Yeah, I mean, Jon Stewart's in it. He likes MILFs. Would you call a Camilla a MILF? I'd call her maybe a... Like, her at her prime was not exactly the most attractive. People used to make fun of him for that. But, I mean, he clearly loves Camilla. Because he cheated on Princess Diana at the height of her fame and hotness for Camilla. And it's just... Yeah, okay. Well, there has to be something going on there. Maybe she says all the things he likes. That's probably it. I hear he's like an absolute nightmare to live with. So he probably just like spends all day like bitching and whining, and she just accepts it, while Diana was maybe trying to be a bit more proactive and being like, well, dear, you know, you could always try to do something. That's horrible. Don't you know who I am? Yeah, you're the end piece of the big book of British smiles. That's what you are there, Charles. Speaking of, I lost a little bit of enamel here. It's driving me crazy. My teeth are starting to show wear and tear. But, yeah, like, the Epstein list, it's wild that it's getting done with, the royals, but it's not getting done in America. No one's getting done in America. Even the Clintons, I want to see go and face the music. But they're just testifying, and then they'll probably get away with it. Like, Trump could just find every single name on the Epstein list and then throw them to the wolves. He does nothing with them. I seriously thought the Queen was some immortal. I remember Alex Jones saying that she and Charles and Philip were all vampires. Not metaphorical vampires, literal vampires draining the life out of people. There was a lot of black people in the Epstein list. There's a lot of brown people. Is anyone in the States gonna face any charges besides Ghislaine? Probably not. And even then, her charges are what? Like a petting zoo? Hasn't she been sent to like a petting zoo or something? A few people are like ending friendships over it, but that's personal shit. We need the Fed to step in. Especially because if America does it, everyone who is on the list overseas will feel the cold hand of death on it. There's plenty of people on the list who did nothing sexual that are also implicated. Money, politics, murders. The Saudi dude who said, or like the guy from Dubai who sent the email saying, I love the torture video. Politics. 4chan Bannon shit. Video games. It's all there. And Alex Jones should be right now the most important man, the prophecy of the world. But of course he's not, because he's shilling for these people too. All these right-wing motherfuckers for years and years saying that there was a conspiracy, that they're all a bunch of pedophiles and demon worshippers and all that. Turns out there's a lot of truth in it, and they shut up. Because all their guys are in it too. When they said everyone's in it, everyone's in it. And nothing. Where's the lynch mobs? You know, where is the goddamn crowds of people breaking down mansion doors like it's the Bastille? Nothing. There's no justice unless you yourself are going to go out and get it. Eating fast food. Yes. Are you eating fast food right now? Or are you is that where justice is? Is justice eating fast food? Oh. So they won't have the energy to rise up. Okay, yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, we're being kept complacent. Why do you think Trump dropped more of the aliens information? You know? I keep thinking back to how naive the X-Files were. Especially that spin-off show, The Lone Gunman, which tried to show the horrors of a what-if scenario if the US government monitored you. Hello? Hello? It's quaint. It's a great show. Absolutely love it. But nowadays, we just take that for granted. I was watching that dude, I forget his name, but he always opens his videos. Want to see something cool? And he talks about the Discord privacy thing that just came into effect. And he points out that, like, what do you think this is? You're being scanned every day. You don't have privacy. That passed years ago. The only way you have privacy is if you go off the grid. And how many of us are going off the grid? Very few of us. And those of us who go off the grid, you don't hear about because, well, they're off the grid. You know, you can have a VPN put in all you want, but they'll still track you. They still have that power. The power you don't have. It's why one reason I'm not scared of this is because I'm filmed every day. I'm still terrified of talking to people face to face, but a lot of your messages are being blocked. That's weird. I'm not doing it. I'm talking with my hands like I'm an Italian. I never watch what I say. Do what Bill Porter used to do. Just when you can't post something there, post it in the Discord, and I'll read them after. Some context around them might be good. But, like, most likely whatever you're saying means nothing to me. Like, I'm like, oh no, you said that the rich need to be, you know, they need to be walled. And my response to that is, yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. All of them? Yeah. The vast majority of them. The rest haven't. They should be given a choice. All your money taken away, period. And then you're given the same life as everyone else. Or the wall. That's how I feel these days. Let them spy on me, I'll show them my junk. My porn is out there. Almost certainly. My nudes are out there. And if anyone wanted to find my like search list and shit, yeah. Oh well. I'm pretty open about a lot of what I'm into anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'm mostly embarrassed if I would ever be because I sometimes use I experimented with those AI porn, like erotic sites like Candy AI and such. And after a while, you start seeing the similarities and you drop them. I'll tell you, the generators though are getting so good. Fuck me. That's another thing. Like, they want to distract you with AI. They want to distract you with Iran. Now, he probably won't invade Iran like he did with like they did with Iraq. But what's probably gonna happen is, also they couldn't really do a Maduro. If you took the Ayatollah out of Iran, Iran would still function. It would look bad for them. Look very bad for them. But he's probably going to bomb, if he hasn't already, he's probably going to bomb Tehran or a few other places. Meanwhile, Cuba is close to falling apart. Because of the Venezuelan oil that was taken out of Venezuela, that was going to go to them, is now going to go towards Israel. So yeah, I'm so tired of people over 80 running for office. Same. There has to be a flat. I honestly think that when you hit a certain age, you have to be like government. Like, the government needs to do like checks up on you every few years, and those checks get more and more until eventually your doctor's like, listen, this guy has like four or 5 years left to live tops. He's probably not going to engage in anything. But like for any sort of public engagement, and if you're, they'll check your social media, and if you're like just constantly posting, oh, the blacks, the blacks, the blacks, the blacks, the blacks, yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to do anything. You shouldn't be allowed to vote. You should be given your pension, and that's it. And you probably shouldn't even be allowed to drive. Definitely no guns. That's what I believe. You can spend your days gardening, making a boat, getting drunk, and complaining to a wall. Not even a camera. You won't even be allowed to do that. Which I know, oh, that's taking away your freedom of speech. Yeah, well, Americans can't handle freedom of speech, it seems, because kind of led to this spot. So yeah, I do think there needs to be more checks and balances for you guys. And it's true for us too. The elderly are the only reason that the priests are still allowed in Ireland. And there's not many of those left. But there's still enough to cause trouble. Should have put cinnamon or something in this coffee. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, New York's getting a travel ban in effect because of how cold it is. Jesus. 22 inches of snow. How Canadian of them. Travel conditions in New York this morning. A state agency warns major storm hits the East Coast, which we will probably get the tail end of that, which will come in the form of really bad... It was so windy outside yesterday. It was insane. Like, my window is holding on by a thread. Still waiting for the maintenance company to show up and do something about that, but... Lopa, I would walk in for the weather. Hello. No idea what Lopal means there, Raisin, but good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. Yeah, it should also be affecting you as well. Pretty bad, isn't it? It's still coming down. Oh, lol. 5,000 flights into and out of the US has been cancelled, which is already pretty bad because of, oh, I love when you post pics, Raisin. Actually, I'm really curious. Boop. Let's have a gander. Where do selfies and such? Yeah. Yeah, Jesus. This is actually the first time I've ever I've seen your new place. I need to go on your Discord more. I've just been doing my Discord and Cheshire's Discord. I seem to be a two-man Discord person because I dropped Rybies to be on Cheshire's and I feel bad. I should be like spreading myself out. But what I do is I check in on a Discord that I'm vaguely a part of every day. And that's usually one channel. I should just be like, hey guys, what's up? How you doing? What's the news? Instead, I just barely even go a mine. But yeah, no, that is some Winter Wonderland shit that you're dealing with right now. Holy fuck. We've been getting ice rain, and that's about it. I have servers in different folders and different levels of notification. I check a few daily. I used to have a big list of them. And then I whittled them down to about, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, mine, 6, 7. I'm on 7. 2 of which I don't post at all. Others I just really post for the sake of posting up links for streams. So I really should just do this because, but saying that, when I was over to see a friend in Indiana, he showed me his list, and I shit you not, he said he was on 150 50 Discords. I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, I didn't know you could have that many. But he showed me and it just kept on going. What the fuck? And you're active in all of them, and he's kind of shrugging like, on and off, yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, thank you. I like having my level of separation. Trees have fallen across the street in New York. Damn. I wonder when that'll pass. Mexico is currently on fire. Yeah. BBC sorry for airing racial slurs shouted at guests with Tourette's. Guest with Tourette's. Oh, no. Racial slurs shouted by guests with Tourette's at the BAFTAs. Oh, no. The picture is Michael Jordan and Delroy Lindo. Oh, and somebody just shouted someone just shouted up they're up on stage and someone just called them the obvious word. But if they have Tourette's, then there's that streamer girl who she has Tourette's, and every time she says something like just she can't help it, she immediately turns it into a joke or into a rhyme. And I think that's pretty cool. So there's a walking corpse running for governor of Michigan. Governor of Michigan. Gubernatorial. Mike Duggan. Mike Dugan. Oh, for fuck's sake. 1958? Yeah, he's almost 70. Honestly, like, there has to be a cutoff point. You can have, like, somebody who is... Oh, Perry Johnson? Perry Johnson. Michigan. Oh, God. Look at that head. He looks like if you dehydrated Conan O'Brien. What the fuck? The essence of a Gelfling. Perry is friend to Gelfling. Oh, and he's a Republican, is he? Yeah. I'm probably not going to look at videos or like clips today, but I saw Raisin you just sent me that, and I'm going to look at it. No, I'm going to look at it like just over here. Let's have a gander. Wow. That is so much snow. Jesus Christ. It looks like what you see a like a Christmas diorama, a stereotypical looking one. Shout out shit to Chesh. She loves her Winter Wonderlands. It's just more pics, but you can see my location, so don't post. So I don't post that. Yeah. It's grand. Okay. I know the difference about stuff sent to me that can be and can't be seen. And as I said, I'm not gonna look at it today. Yeah, no, he is just that Perry Johnson dude. He is just a crow. The size of his head too, and his beady little eyes. 1948. My dad has been dead for nearly 20 years now, if I remember right. And he was born 1 year earlier than this dude. Jesus Christ. Wait, was it? No. No, it wasn't 20 years he's been dead. Not been 10 either. It's been more than that. It's in between. Anyway, yeah, I hope this guy doesn't cast a raise the undead curse when he doesn't win, because he looks terrifying. Alright, so there's a few things. One thing I want to do is obviously do the watch parties with you guys. But I also just want to start watching movies again. And I don't know what's out that I should really check in on. So instead of something new, I should go and watch something old that I've not watched yet. And there was a film that I saw only a few days ago that I shit you not, I've never seen. I was watching Viley, and he was talking about the Prince of Darkness, Tim Curry's character, in Legend. And I shit you not, I realised I've never seen that movie. I've never seen Legend. I've seen the clip of him as his demonic form, because it's so beautiful looking. Do you want to watch that with me sometime, folks? Because I can do... Yeah, it's 85, right? Yeah, there it is. No, it isn't. Is it? Yeah, no, it is. 85. I'll totally watch that with you. Yeah, I've never seen it. We could... If you're free on Wednesday, I'm not doing it on Wednesday. I just want one person in with me in the chat. Just in Discord to watch with. So yeah, we can do that if you're free. Because there's always another film lined up that I'm like, oh, I've always been meaning to watch that. Why don't I? I've got nothing but time. I can watch my documentaries and I can watch my YouTube clips and I can stream whenever, but I can also watch a show or a movie. Sounds good to me. Alright. Alright. Say this time on Wednesday. 7 in the evening, my time. And that's true. That's open invitation to everyone. Watch party. Discord. Legend. Because the practical effects alone have stood up to the test of time. And you know, I really found it fascinating. It had a sort of a Greek tragedy to it, and had the vibe of like Krull or Neverending Story. You know, the era of practical effects. Sadly, dying thing. I should also look into Iron Lung. I think that's why I didn't do the watch parties past few days. Do we do your soundtrack or the American one? I didn't know there was a difference. I guess whatever the file is. You own copies of both? Ooh, when we're done with the movie, whichever one we have, you show me the opposite. So then we can go and see what the differences is. Especially when you point out this should be in this scene and that music was playing. You know? Yeah, like... It feels weird that I never got around to watching Legend. I never got around to watching... Let me think of another one. I know I've seen Willow. What's that movie from the 80s with the female pirate? She's like the pirate queen of something. Let's go and quickly check this out. 80s movie about a pirate queen. Not The Princess Bride. Was it in the 90s? A pirate movie. Jewel the Nile. Pirates. 86. Nope. Oh, Cutthroat Island? Could be Cutthroat Island. I assume it's about Grey Somali. I know it has a female lead. That's all I know. I guess it was... Yeah, it was Cutthroat Island. This is the one I'm thinking of. Never seen that either. I hear it's one of the worst bombs in Hollywood history. I know my ma likes it because it has a female lead and she's not like a damsel. What's her name? Gina Davis, yeah. So I'll be wanting to watch that. We should do a list of movies to watch. Because unlike shows, movies can be watched so much easier. Even if they're really, 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 like, long movies. Like an American, Once Upon a Time in America. But Jesus Christ. I had the director's cut of that. No, not that movie. No. That does mean I don't need to watch it. Have you seen Labyrinth Neverending Story? Yep. And I used to watch Neverending Story 2 religiously. And Neverending Story 3 is filth. To the point where Jack Black did not have his name on the... It was 3, right? Neverending Story 3. Jack Black, Neverending Story 3. Yes! He wouldn't put his name on it. 2. There's a 3. Yep. Oh, it's bad. I remember I liked 2 as a kid. Like I had it for tape. I was really young at the time. Yeah, there's a few films in the 80s and 70s that I'm sure I never watched. That's Disney film with the robot, the really like the menacing evil looking robot. It was all experimental and shit. This is back when like Disney wasn't doing very great. I don't think I ever watched that one. Is that called like The Black Hole or something like that? I never saw Birdman, which I remember people were going absolutely ballistic over. Because of the way it was shot, it made it look like there were no cuts. But there were cuts, they were just very clever. But the plot itself was interesting, so I wanted to focus on that. Yeah, there's a lot of films I could do a list on. Never watched Up. Oh, Up's a good one, especially the opening. The opening really tugs on your heartstrings. You'd be wanting to go and watch Up at some point. For me, what was the... Oh, I didn't see Toy Story 4. I know Toy Story 5's on the way, so I suppose I should watch Toy Story 4. But the story's finished. It's done. Just milking this shit. And the voice actors in the trailer sound so old because they brought them all back in and they just sound they just sound so awful. So Toy Story 1 is the first one, no explanation needed. You got a friend in me and all that. Toy Story 2 is the one where Woody is taken by the collector of all these like classic toys, and Kelsey Grammer plays a basically he's become Stockholm syndromed. Toy Story 3 is where Andy's all grown up, heading off to college, and the kids are donated to a Montessori school, like a kindergarten. And the main villain in it is like Lotso Love Bear. Hell of a good villain. Oh yeah. And then 4. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't need to go on any further. Oh, I never saw Ready Player. Oh, you have a Lotso. Oh, that's cool. He does look very huggable. He's a very good design choice for a bear. I never saw Ready Player 1. I never saw the... what was the name of that movie franchise that came out after Lord of the Rings with the dragon? Aragon? Never watched those films. I know they have a fandom, but... Oh, he still smells like strawberries? Hell yeah. He apparently still smelled like strawberries after years of being played with, then being played with in a kindergarten, and even surviving into a garbage, like into a landfill. So, you know, they interwove out those fake strawberry smells pretty well. I never watched the Aragon films. I never watched Ready Player 1. I never watched the Percy Jackson movies. Never really liked the idea of them, frankly. I thought they were a little bit too young adult. And I think the reason for that was I had just gotten out of... I'd gotten a bit tired of Harry Potter. The last Harry Potter hadn't come out yet. Still a few years away from that. And I hadn't got a... Twilight. Twilight had just pissed me off. For obvious reasons. That's seen all the movies. Yeah, we could watch those. Trying to think of some other ones. You're all gonna hate me for this because I am a man who has not seen many of the Fast and the Furious films. I am a dude who has not seen past the third film, I think. No, the fourth film, I think. The one where they drive the car from one building to another for the first time. Trash romance, women who like to be abused. Why do you think 50 Shades of Grey, another film series I haven't watched, and I'm okay with that. I can let that one slide. But why do you think 50 Shades of Grey came out of a role play of that? The woman who was a Stephanie Meyer, who wrote Twilight, she has no idea how relationships work because she was a Mormon. And her idea of like the perfect dude is a much older man who then doesn't have sex with the girl. Something tells me you're setting up girls for disappointment. Because real guys aren't going to be these nice, polite motherfuckers who will fawn at you. Really problematic shit. And then they try to weave in this fucking abortion subplot. Ooh. I have watched the Twilight films though, and I'll tell you the secret. Watch them with riff tracks. Mike, Kevin, and Bill, they all like make it watchable. They're bringing back Mystery Science Theater. As in with the Mike era crew. They're going to have 8 movies. It's a Kickstarter right now. When that comes out, I am so going to watch that. I've talked to Bill a few times. He's very active on Blue Sky. I used to be religious for Mystery Science Theater. It's great. When in doubt, find the riff track of something, and it'll be watchable. Oh, you can't watch Twilight? I agree. Pop on the riff track. Now it's bearable. You know, bad movies are bad and not the norm. Things like that were great fun. Well, that's what riff tracks was. Well, Mystery Science Theater. That's what that was. I watch a lot. It all. I don't know. I'm proud to say I don't... Yeah, I've never walked out of a film. As far as I'm aware, I've never walked out of a film. I've never turned off a film either. I don't say that as sort of like a real men don't cry. It's just as bad as I've watched some films, and I've watched some stinkers. Some films that are so bad it's good, and some films that are just dog shit. I've never... Something About Mary, you walked out of that? What made you leave it? What made you walk out of Something About Mary? Because I liked certain elements of it. At the time, I'd have to go back and watch it. I've never seen The Pretenders either. There's another film I have to watch. An Irishman who's not seen The Pretenders? Ooh. Or The Commitments. Wait, did I just conflate the two? I did. It's Commitments. It was just too hamish and it was nice outside. Then you made the right call that day. That's fair. Oh, ham-fisted. I haven't seen the new Dumb and Dumber. And I haven't seen the new Bill and Ted. So yeah, there needs to be a big list of movies, and we gotta watch them. Obviously, Iron Lung is another one I want to watch. That's obviously way newer, but... I also want to see films that are considered like the worst of that year, you know? Let's just see what the worst allowed. What was the worst movie of 2025? Let's see. War of the Worlds and Disney Snow White. Okay, those two are pretty shit. I would not bother with Dumb and Dumber, but I will check out Bill and Ted. Hell yeah. let's see. Worst films of 2025. Now, I've seen Pointless Hub's video on War of the Worlds, and I think I've seen the whole film as a result. I don't think I need to watch that. Snow White. The CG dwarfs are the main reason you'd watch the film because they're so bad looking. But after that, how interesting or uninteresting is it gonna be, you know? Hurry Up Tomorrow, a pretentious ego trip drama starring The Weeknd. I forgot about that movie. Oh, now I might want to watch that because it's so like Hurry Up Tomorrow's plot. If I'm right, it's like about a stalker. When a globally famous entertainer, Tesfaye, struggles with vocal issues, is pushed to keep performance by his... No, come on. American psychological thriller starring Abel The Weeknd, Tesfaye, fictionalized version of himself. It's to serve as a companion piece to his 2025 album, right? Jenna Ortega and Barry Keoghan? Okay. Also stars. He's Irish, huh? Directed by Trey Edwards. Tesfaye, Insomnia, gets pulled an existential odyssey by a mysterious fan. Now, if it's as bad as I heard, it might not be that hard to watch. Because it might be so trippy. Like, if you ever saw Winter's Tale, that film is so surreally bad that it actually ends up being good. There's a lot of really weird choices they make in Winter's Tale. There's a horse that punches someone at one point. How would you go wrong with that? Like, there's a fine line between a film that's, like, so bad it's watchable and a film that's just boring bad. Bridehard. Rebel Wilson next. Kinda Pregnant. A Dross Netflix comedy with Amy Schumer. No. Star Trek Section 31. Frequently called the worst entry in the Star Trek franchise. Ooh. That's worse than the last of the original run. Okay. Anyway, there's films out there that I could go on for a while that would just be really interesting to watch with you guys. That I've been putting off for years in some cases. Decades even. A film that came out at the time and I had a chance to see and like, I'll watch it next week. Years passed. The person I said that to dies of old age. So yeah, I'm definitely down to watch that stuff with you guys. Like I said, Wednesday, we'll get the first one with Legend. Should be a good laugh. Damn, hour 40 already. Me just chatting and listening to, we need to do this more. The main reason I don't do it is because there's almost never anyone in chat. Because my channel is so small. That is never a guarantee that I can just go live and have someone to talk to. Unless I'm doing it on my phone. In which case, people do end up watching me. Randos come in by the truckloads. Especially kids. People like an adventure. Yeah. Where did Troy go? Still here? He's probably got us in the background. Tends to do that a lot. And I've got no problem with anyone who uses me as background radiation. God knows I use it to enough people myself. I need to I need to just basically go and make up a list. Because if I can't do movies, TV shows on the regular, I can do movies. But like I said, we still have Always Sunny and the next series of Smiling Friends and such. It just, you need people to come in. Let's see it, Nelson. Oh, by the way, Raisin, I added you to the Toronto Meetup Discord. If you want to throw your 2 cents into it. We're getting a bit of a crowd together. If we're lucky, we'll get like 5 or 6 people who shows up on the day. But anyone can bring anyone they want. But we have a few things lined up. One of the things that I definitely want to do is obviously do bowling and such. But I know Chesh wants to take me on for pool. And when I was over in the States with Marshall, I fucking sucked at it. And when I was over in last time I played it up in the pub there, I sucked at it. So this summer I'm going to go and have Feel Good and I go out from time to time up to Carrick, and we're going to play pool. We're not going to get drunk out in Carrick because that'll cost a fortune. We can get drunk at her place. Value of having a friend who, you know, it's easy to reach and just hang out with. So I'll have a little bit of practice. And hopefully not make a complete burk of myself. But I'm thinking of maybe recording that. Like my journey playing pool. Having Feel Good do it. That'd be fun. Oh, there is one thing I also have to do this year. I have to start the Lego thing. Alright, we got about 20 minutes to go. And then I'll wrap it up. Done the 2 hours that I said I'd do. Content. I've got... Oh, shit! I forgot to mention. If anyone knows who Dark Matter is. Dark Matter 25 or whatever. Scroll up. Be sure to send them Dark Matter 25, yeah. Go and send them your love, because something really horrible happened to his wife a few days ago. Actually, it's only a day old. Christ. She's alright, but oof, what a horrible story to read. I swear I've talked to him at least once. I remember TJ was a big fan of his. Anyway, when I'm done here, I gotta do something productive before it's too late in the evening. I got a 40k book I'm listening to, so I think I'm gonna use the leftover dregs of this to give me one last boost and do a quick thing on the bike. Oh yeah, power went out, so I best also make sure my shit's all charged for any future ones. Now, game-wise, over on YouTube, over on Twitch, we have Cyberpunk still chugging along, because I'm only giving you 2-hour-long streams. I wish I could just sit down these days and give you guys like a 6-hour stream like I used to. But I got like one of them a year in me. Even with the diet and exercise, even with the chair not being terrible, it really starts creeping up on you after a while. I would need to be off this chair for a week prior to give you guys, I think, a 24-hour stream. What I gotta do is... Yeah, alright, when I'm done here, I'm gonna go and have a shave. Fuck it, it's driving me crazy. We got Cyberpunk. I got the Shipbreaker game. And of course, I also have UFF Thursday, I think? Is it Thursday with Magicus? Friday. Friday with Magicus. And that's it. I don't have anything else lined up. So it's time we get our asses in gear on this channel, and that includes more of this. Need to go back watching videos with you guys. Now that Bearded Ramblings is finished, I've kind of dropped that, but I need to bring it back. It was fun. I just need something to watch. Body cam footage, fucking construction videos, and just to chat to people, you know? The drinking has kind of died down to next to nothing, which is good, honestly. I miss it, but then I don't, and I feel really happy that I don't, you know? Next time I'll be drinking will be right at the day I'm off to Bristol, which is still 3 weeks away. But after that, I don't know. I'll definitely be drinking the 4 days I'll be in the UK. I mean, hell, one of them's gonna be feckin' Paddy's Day. It's wild to think I'll be in the UK for Paddy's Day. It's not the first time I've ever been out of the country for Paddy's Day, but it is kinda... It is kinda the first time as an adult I've been out of the country for Paddy's Day. Philly. Yeah, Philly. I was in Philly one year. God, Raisin, if you're still there, remember that year I was going to go over to see you, and the guy went crazy with, he went, like, the next town over from where you are, to the parade I was going to go to. That was wild. It's been a good couple of years now since I've known you. Wrap it up here. Nah. We can give that last 15 minutes. Oh, I see, what's his name? The Dems are leading in Texas. That's pretty dope. Hopefully that sticks. It's wild to think that the Dems are doing well in Texas, because Trump can point to all those conservative sons of bitches and just be like, see, look, all the immigrants are gone now because we're harsh on them. And you just gotta wonder, like, wouldn't they be the one group of people who would be ecstatic to have Republicans? But instead, looks like the Republican Party might lose big in Texas, of all places. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not West Virginia or some shit like that. It's not Arkansas. Again, for all I know, Arkansas is blue. Not that Democrats fucking matter these days. But it is, so long as you're voting for the, as long as you're voting for the party that isn't the Republicans, it's good in my book. And even then, that's because the best of all, you're taking taking power away from Trump. One thing I've noticed, anyone who does weights maybe can tell me, I've been noticing my back's cracking more, like I'm making it pop and go click more. Like my joints are more clicky. But only in my back and my arms, and I'm thinking it's because I'm doing the weights. I'll actually show you my weights. They're not all that big. Heavy enough that they obviously have weights. I mean, they are literal weights. See here. 15s. Very impractical from like the sheer amountry. But yeah, I do a few of these curls on a few sides a day. Not every day, of course. That's pointless. But yeah, doing these, as much as I enjoy doing them, I think they're making my back pop, but they're also clearly making my shoulders bigger. I can see that. Like, you'd think it would be the coat, but no, it is actually my shoulders. And I'm finding between that and doing the tippy toes and the squats, like my posture is getting a little better at all the time. But I still have to put effort into the posture, like this. And I think the day I master this without even thinking is the day I've won. And it's all downhill from there, as in it'll just be easier. It won't just be such a slog, because I'm never going to be swole. I don't want to be fucking swole. That's a lot of effort. I'm lazy at heart. But I'm being proactive while being lazy. Like, stumbling into a workout routine that worked for me took years. And that's why I don't suggest it to other people. For the same reason I don't suggest you eat next to nothing like I was up to recently. Why do I keep getting notifications? I'm not even getting messages, just notifications. Oh yeah, Channel 5 was in Ireland. I should do that. I should watch the Channel 5 Ireland video and break it down. At the very least, you'll actually hear real Irish accents instead of my bastardized, a little bit of everything voice. I keep thinking there is something else I want to mention. Not really. I think this year should still be more of the same of last year for me. And so far I've done a decent job, but I can do better. That trip to Scotland showed me that, you know, I can have a awesome time without spending too much money. But I still came back a little bit skinned. So this trip to Bristol, the same. I want to be a little more proactive with my money, you know? Actually, a little more reserved with my money, rather. So I'll be wanting to go and do something like, say, book any trip I have, any like tour I have early to save money. And there's only real one place you want to do in Bristol, and that is to go to see the SS Great Britain. The only real thing to do in Bristol that's unique. And because I'm a big history fan and I love all things like Industrial Revolution and Victorian England and ships, I'm autistic after all. Give me some trains. Oh yeah. So I should go and do that. I should go and have a look at that. And then I can see my age starting to form up here. Then after that, it's just, you know, window shopping, occasionally, very rarely actually shopping. I should come back with some things. I don't know what. I know Insolence wants to show me the nerd stores. That'll be pretty cool. But I also want to, and the open air market could be pretty good. But I gotta be smart. Very smart, you know? And that includes getting drunk. Because, quite honestly with you, I don't need that much anymore. I can get drunk fairly easily and quickly on very little. Like, if you gave me a bottle of whiskey, that's it. That's all I need. So what I might do is, I might go and put a bottle in my fridge, in my I keep saying a hotel, it's an apartment. In my apartment, which has a little kitchenette. So I'll put it in there, and then I won't need to be like, oh, I'm going to bring back all these crazy cans of incredibly expensive IPAs that are going to cost me 50 quid. No. I won't need to stuff my face either. I can get a bunch of, I'll probably go to Tesco's and just pick up some random, like, just frozen food or whatever. Even just some noodles. Just have them as emergency supply and that's it. If I want to eat, I can go out and I can eat. I can get out off my ass and go wandering. And if I go wandering, I can have a holiday. And I can record stuff and have interactions with people and have a good time. So, that's my goal. And obviously I need to go to an Irish bar. I actually didn't go to an Irish bar up in Scotland. I looked around for a few, but there wasn't anywhere near me. There is actually one up in Bristol nearby where I live. I don't know why, but I'm really focusing on how wide my nose is. Look at you. Look at this dwarf nose. What's going on there? Don't hate it. Just wondering where that came from. So we got 5 minutes left. I'm actually surprised I lasted this long, honestly. And I need to pee. Yeah. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna wrap it up here and get on with my evening. Ain't got many hours left. So once this coffee goes through my system, I'll crash out. But I actually have a soup in there I picked up, so I'll go and have that. Nice chill thing to have with a cup of tea. God, I'll be getting up tonight to pee. So I'll wrap it up here, and then tomorrow what I'm gonna do is I actually am going to force myself to get on the bike for an hour, just on my own time, get it done. So I need you guys in the Discord to remind me tomorrow to go and tell me to spend at least an hour on the bike. I can do it. I have tons of videos showing that I can do it. Plus, I can watch whatever the hell I want, because I'm not streaming it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go and maybe stream tomorrow over on Twitch. We'll see if I'm in the mood. And then on Wednesday, like I said, we have a Legend 1985. So pop in for that. Enjoy Tim Curry as the most default Satan you've ever seen. Like, he is beyond default. Like, this is the template, and he looks brilliant. I will head off to my brain is soup. My brain is just soup. You see, I'm like, I need someone to bounce off. I need something to bounce off. My God. At the very least, the music was pretty dope. Like I said, same seat, different year, relaxing reflection session, jazz, funk, lo-fi playlist, chill, Ophi. The link is in. I'm gonna post it on the Discord in the music. I'm sure we've listened to it before, and I'm actually gonna remove it from my playlist now, so I don't have to play it over again. Yeah. Hell yeah. It's good shit. Yeah. I wish I had more talking points to bring up. But hey, we got movie night for Wednesday, so can't go wrong with that. But yeah, I'll wrap it up now. You all have yourselves a fantastic evening, and I'll probably also pop over to see what Chesh is doing. She's got her chill stream on. So go over there, and you'll see me in the chat. And she still has to decide what dates next month she's going to be doing UFF on. The fuck? Who the hell is that? Oh, I know her. Yeah. All right. Take care. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, remind me to goddamn cycle. I need to get back into that routine if we're ever going to have the Cardi Low streams back. All right. Take care.